Hi everyone, I hope you're well. I can't believe we're back here again for another session. The weeks are just flying by. So, in today's class, we are going to be showing ourselves lots of love. So, taking things very slowly and um, always trying to think in no matter what posture we're doing, are we shining our hearts? So, really opening up through that heart space, that wonderful space that we have here, really radiating out that love, maybe for other people, but also bringing so much love in for ourselves. So there are going to be some postures where we're going to be seated and standing, but please, as always, just do what feels good for you. And again, if you need a break, pop me on pause and pop me back on whenever you are ready to go. There'll be no need for props or anything else like that, just your beautiful, amazing bodies and open heart and mind. Okay, guys, so let's get started. So just to come down to a comfortable seat here and just begin to just roll those shoulder blades back. So we just start to settle in on our mat, just arriving here, letting go of what has been or what is to come, just knowing for this next hour or so, this is our time, taking some time for ourselves to relax our bodies, relax our minds, and let any to-do lists or any worries just be at bay. So it might feel nice to close the eyes, to maybe just wiggle a little more into the body, just really rooting down into the ground, feeling that support by Mother Earth, who gives us so much love. When you're ready, just taking a nice full breath in and just let it go out. Just maybe placing one hand over the belly, one hand over that heart space. It's just fully connecting in your body and breath. So without changing anything, just continue to breathe. So you breathe in, you feel the hand on the belly. Just begin to fill your eyes. Just breathe out. Just feel those shoulders falling even further away from the ears. Just continue to take those nice big breaths in. Out. That hand over your heart. Just begin to connect in with this beautiful space here. Maybe even feeling that heart beating underneath your hands. Feeling that beautiful life force. Bringing a smile to your face as you just realise how amazing, truly. Keeping those hands where they are. Just maybe take a moment to find something you truly love about yourself. So whether this is something you can see, feel, whether it's something you feel that you are a kind person, great friend. Just take a moment to find something you truly love. Found that, take another nice big breath in the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Do that one more time, nice big breath in. And as you breathe out, sigh it out. Just bringing those palms together in front of the heart, maybe pressing the thumbs together here. and resting them on that heart space. Just really push into the palms as those elbows start to come out slightly. You may choose to blink the eyes open here. You may choose to have just fully connecting those palms together. So we just start to bring a little activation in those muscles in the arms. Might choose just to drop the chin to the chest, just awakening the back of the neck. And as we breathe in, our hands are going to rise and the eyes will continue to follow those fingers as you then draw the forearms together. As you breathe out, you slowly draw the hands and the eyes back down towards the chest. Just waking up just slightly through the body. It's a big breath in as we saw the hands lift the chin, connect the forearms. And as you breathe out, drawing it all the way down. Let's do that 2 more times. Nice big breath in. And a big breath out. Lovely. Once more, just like that. Big breath in. And just bring those hands onto the knees. And let's just take some nice little circles with that upper body. It's just moving in one direction, doesn't matter which way you choose to move. Making those circles as big or as small as feels good. Maybe closing off the eyes and just feeling into that body. Allowing it to move in its own way, not worrying what we look like. When you get to the top, just begin to change direction here. So just flowing in those circles in the opposite way. Maybe really allowing that head to be nice and loose here. Using those hands to just create a little bit of pressure on those knees as we start to open those hips and legs a little bit. Even push into the legs so you can really straighten out through those arms. You're bringing a nice stretch into the full body. For one more circle. And draw your way through back to center. Lovely, giving the body that little shake. And just changing the cross of your legs here. So bringing the opposite foot in front. Keeping those hands on those knees. We're going to take our seated cat-cow. I'll turn to the side just so you can see. So keeping the hands pressed upon the knees, as we breathe in, we shine that heart space. So we lift our chest up high to the sky, as maybe our chin begins to follow, just creating a little curve in that spine as we're just waking up the back. Just taking a nice full breath in through the nose, and breathing out of the nose. Lovely, 2 more breaths here. Breathing in, lifting through the heart and the crown of the head. Breathing out, softening those shoulders. Lovely, 1 more breath here. Big breath in. And breathing in as you come back through to center, just leveling out through the spine. And as you breathe out, you're going to use those hands to just gently help guide your body backwards, but keeping that support. And this time we're going to drop that chin to the chest. So we're now opening through the back of the heart. Just rounding through the top of that back. And again, breathing in, filling up that belly. Breathing out, can you bend that little bit deeper? Lovely, feeling that openness in the back of the neck. 2 more breaths here, nice big breath in. And a big breath. Lovely, once more, feel that support in the body, it's got you. And your next breath in, just coming back through to center. Lovely, as you breathe out, just keep a breath. We're going to move through those 2 postures, this time moving with the breath, so we won't continue to hold. So breathing in as we shine the heart forwards, taking the gaze up towards the ceiling. Breathing out as you draw the back body all the way behind you, Rounding through that upper back, chin to chest. Big breath in, soaring the chest forwards. Big breath out, that curve to it. Lovely. 2 more. Big breath in. Big breath. Lovely. Once more. Really exaggerate this movement. Feel that beautiful opening in the spine. And as you breathe out, drawing it all the way behind you. Lovely. Then as we breathe in, just coming back through to center. As we breathe out, just root down into the mat. Lovely. We can take some shoulder rolls here. So as we breathe in, we draw the shoulders up towards the ears, rounding them all the way back. As we breathe out, allowing them to fall down the back. Do that a few more times. Nice big breath in, lifting the shoulders high. Breathing out as you draw them back and down. Twice more, big breath in. Breathing out. Once more, big breath in. And to be lovely, just dropping that chin towards the chest. And as you breathe in, we're going to roll that right ear to the right shoulder. As we breathe out, coming back through to center. As you breathe in, rolling that left ear to the drawing chin to chest. Just continue to move from side to side with your breath. As you breathe in, drawing the head to the shoulder. As you breathe out, coming back through to center. Pausing at any time. Please don't feel like you need to go at the same pace as me. Just moving and releasing through that neck. And maybe if it feels okay to do so, as you bring your ear towards your shoulder, maybe you can drop the head back, lift your chin to sky. Begin to make them full head circles now. Only if that feels okay. Taking it nice and slow. We're opening through all 4 sides of the neck here. Chin comes to chest, maybe reverse those circles to go in the opposite way. So really showing our body some kindness as we move with intention, but taking it gentle. Our bodies will truly love this. One more circle. Dropping that chin to the chest, interlacing those fingers, just resting the palms on the back of the head. Big breath in as you soar the chest up, opening out through those elbows, feeling that nice big stretch through the underarm. As you breathe out, rounding through the belly, drawing navel in and back. You just allow those hands to create a little bit of weight as you draw that chin closer towards your chest. Lovely big breath in as you lift through that heart space, opening those elbows out nice and wide, maybe taking the gaze up towards the ceiling. Breathing out, rounding it all the way in. Beautiful. Once more, just like that, big breath in. Feel that nice big opening through the heart. And big breath out. Lovely, releasing the hold of the neck, maybe planting hands on the knees, and just coming back through to center. Breathing in, reaching both arms out in front, wrapping right arm over left, as you just begin to bring those hands just behind, so just holding the back of the body, so just taking hold of those shoulder blades, maybe using those fingers to just take a little wiggle into those little niggles that we might be holding in our shoulders. But here we're just going to embrace and give ourselves a loving hug. Hugs are wonderful, whether they're given by somebody else or whether we give them to ourselves. So just drop the head down towards the arms as you just feel this loving embrace. Continue to breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the nose. As we breathe in, let's open those arms out nice and wide, taking that nice big lift. And as we breathe out this time, we're going to wrap left arm over right, taking that hug one more time. Maybe seeing if our fingers can go that little bit further behind it. Dropping that chin once more. Taking 2 breaths. Once again, as we breathe in, let's open those arms out nice and wide. As we breathe out, just feel those hands down. Wonderful. Just give that a little wriggle. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more supple. Let's come over onto our hands and our knees, finding that table pose. Just taking a moment here to ground down through the palms. Lovely, tucking under those toes. And as we breathe in, let's just start to lift those knees away from the floor, just lengthening through the back of the legs. The tailbone reaches high to the sky. Take any movements that feel good for you here, maybe bending and stretching through those legs. Maybe continuing to just roll out through the back of the head and neck. Maybe guiding that heart space back towards those thighs, really pushing the earth away with those palms. Lovely. Feel that strength in this beautiful body. Know that you can always do this on your knees if that feels more comfortable. Wherever you are, just take a nice big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. As we breathe in, look forward at the hands. And as we breathe out, just take a lovely little walk to the top. So maybe crossing right foot over left, left foot over right. Continuing to take those nice big steps as we find our way to the top of the mat. Hanging down nice and low. Maybe holding on to opposite elbows as you just take that little sway. And just feeling this beautiful release through that lower back. Wonderful. Allowing the head to become nice and heavy. Maybe just continue to sway from left to right. As we inhale, release the hold of the elbows, sliding hands up towards the knees as we push the glutes back, lifting through our chest, soaring that head forwards. Breathing out as we just slide the hands back down to the floor. Let's do that 2 more times. Big breath in, sliding hands to knees, creating that nice flat back. Breathing out, drawing it down. Lovely, feeling that nice big stretch to the back of the legs. Big breath in as we lift. Breathing out as we lower. This time as we breathe in, just take a nice slow roll up to stand. When we get there, reaching those arms out nice and wide and above the head. And as we breathe out, drawing those hands back down towards the heart, resting the thumbs at the base of the chest. Maybe closing the eyes as you just feel into your mountain pose here. So again, can you feel all 4 corners of the foot connected to the floor? Maybe doing a little wiggle of toes and heels, just to really feel the whole foot connected. Doing that little tuck of the pelvis in here as we keep that length from the back of the spine. Rolling those shoulders back and down as we release them away from the hips. Sitting tall through the crown of the head. As we breathe in, let's wave those arms all the way out and above the head. Breathing out, just drop those shoulder blades down. I'm going to turn to the front just so that you can see what we're going to be doing here. This time, our right hand is going to take a hold of our left wrist. So breathing in, stretching those arms up nice and long, just keeping a little bit of space in between the feet. And as we breathe out, we're going to draw that left arm all the way over to the right as our hips go over to the left. So almost just taking that nice big crescent moon shape. Big breath in as we come through to center. Breathing out, just release the hold of those hands. Big breath in, left hand takes a hold of right wrist. We find that length through that right arm. Breathing out, bending over to the left side, this time pushing those hips to the big breath in as we come through to center. Breathing out, release the whole time. Big breath in, connect palms together above the head. And as we breathe out, diving down towards our toes. Big breath in, hands to knees, create that nice flat back. Breathing out, folding down. Lovely. I'm going to turn to the side now. You know where you're going. Big breath in as we root to rise, head and neck being the last thing. Beautiful. Sending those arms all the way up towards the sky. Breathing out as we draw hands down to chest. We're going to repeat that again. So big breath in, arms out and above the head. Breathing out, drop the shoulders. Big breath in as left hand takes a hold of right wrist. Stretch nice and long through that right arm. Breathing out as we take the upper body to the left and hips go to the right. Really accentuate that nice big side bend, keeping that right shoulder back as we lift up through that heart. Breathing out, coming through to center. Release the hold of it. Big breath in, right hand takes a hold of left wrist. Breathing out as we guide that upper body to the right. Big breath in as we come through to the center. Breathing out, release the hands. Big breath in, palms come to touch. Breathing out as we fold that body forwards. Lovely. Big breath in, sliding hands to knees, or maybe this time flying those arms backwards. Breathing out, folding down. Lovely. Big breath in, let's rise. Breathing out, drawing those hands down to the heart. One more time here. Big breath in, arms come above the head. Breathing out, release those shoulders. Big breath in as right hand takes a hold of left wrist. Really stretch through that left side of the body. Breathing out, guide the body over to the right as the hips move to the left. Maybe noticing if you can bend that little bit deeper as our bodies are warming up. Big breath in through to center. Breathing out, release those hands. Big breath in, left hand takes right wrist. Find that length. Breathing out, guiding that body to the left. Big breath in, coming to center. Breathing out, release the whole arms. Big breath in, palms comes to touch. Breathing out, folding the body over those hips. Big breath in, halfway lift, maybe flying those arms back straight away, soaring the crown of the head forward. Breathing out, you guide that body down over. This is where we change. Big breath in as you step one leg back and the other, finding your nice, strong plank pose for just a breath. Breathing in. Breathing out, bringing those knees down to the floor, followed by your chest and your chin, untucking those toes, squeezing elbows in towards the ribs. As we breathe in, peeling head and chest off the floor, finding that baby come. Breathing out, lowering back down. Let's do that twice more. Big breath in, flowing the head and chest up. Breathing out as we guide it back down to the floor. Once more, big breath in. Breathing out, guiding it back down. And just bring hands underneath the head and just wiggle out through those hips before we come and take our next downward facing. Lovely. So we started to really wake up that body now. Well done, guys. As we breathe in, bring those hands underneath the shoulders, elbows tucking in, tucking under those toes. And as we breathe in, should we see if we can push up to a plank today? If that's too much, please come through table. So as you tuck your toes, you're going to lift those knees away from the floor, feeling your pelvic bone into the ground. Breathing in, pushing up into your plank. Lovely. And as you breathe out, drawing your bottom back into your downward facing dog. Well done, guys. A little bit of strength there. Big breath in as you guide that right leg up towards the sky, taking a three-legged dog. Know that you can always do this on your knee and just guide that leg up towards the sky. Do whichever one feels comfortable. As you breathe out, step that right foot all the way up to the top in between those hands and bring that left knee down to the ground, untucking those toes. Big breath in. So we guide those arms all the way out and above the head, finding that low lunge here. Lovely. Big breath in, soaring those hands up and above the head. As you breathe out, can you deepen into that stretch in that lower part? Keeping the legs exactly where they are. This time as we breathe in, we're going to cactus those arms, so bending through the elbows as we really lift and soar that heart space forward. Breathing out, we then almost like we're trying to wrap our arms around something, drawing palms to touch, dropping head to knee. Lovely. Big breath in, opening those bodies up nice and wide once again. Breathing out, wrapping those arms forward, connecting arms. One more, just like that. Big breath in. And big breath. Lovely. This time guiding hands down either side of the foot, keeping left hands next to right foot. Big breath in as we soar that right arm to the sky. Taking our ease. Lovely. One more breath in here. And as we breathe out, guiding that right hand down to the floor. This time, we're going to shift the bottom back and start to lengthen through that right leg as maybe those toes begin to peel off the ground. As we breathe in, lifting the chest up nice and high, maybe coming up onto fingertips. As we breathe out, just guiding that upper body over that stream. Lovely. One more breath here. And planting that foot down. Wonderful. Placing hands either side of the foot, tucking those toes under on that left side, popping that knee off. And then stepping all the way back into your downward dog or table. Either one, guys. Both are doing super things for our bodies. Let's go through to the other side. So as we breathe in, lifting that left leg to the sky this time. And as we breathe out, stepping that left foot all the way to the top, guiding our right knee down to the floor, untucking. Big breath in as we start to lift our arms to the sky. Breathing out as we sink that little bit deeper into our hips. Lovely. One more breath in here. Breathing out softly. Technical flow with our arms. So as we breathe in, bending in through the elbows as we lift that heart. Breathing out as we wrap those arms forwards, connecting palms, dropping them. Lovely, doing that again. Nice big breath in as we guide that chest back. As we're lifting, we're creating that little arch in our back. So we're doing a nice little back bend here. Breathing out, folding. Allowing that head to become nice. Once more, big breath in, opening out through the front part of our body. Breathing out, wrapping. Lovely. Placing hands either side of the foot. This time, right hand stays next to left foot. And as we breathe in, just lift that left hand to the sky. One more big breath in. And we breathe out, guiding that left hand down to the floor. And we're going to shift those hips back as we peel those left toes off, finding our half split on the left side of our bodies. Big breath in as we come up onto fingers, lift the chest. Breathing out as we guide that upper body over that stretch. Lovely. One more breath here. Breathing out. Big breath in as we start to plant that left foot back down to the floor, tucking under those toes on the right side, popping that right knee on. As we breathe out, stepping back into that downward dog. Well done. Big breath in. And as you breathe out, guide those knees down to the floor and tuck those toes and just find yourself in a child's pose here. Just releasing through that back. We're going to repeat that sequence one more time. Just really stretching out through the body. You may notice you'll go a little deeper, a little more open. Take one more breath. When you're ready, you start to lift the body away from the floor as you find that table, knowing that you can stay here, or maybe you choose to tuck the toes under as you find that down dog spot. Lovely. Take a little moment just to feel into the legs. We've really started to wake our bodies up a little now. So this time as we breathe in, let's go left side first. So send that left leg up towards the sky. Breathing out as you step that left foot all the way to the top, guiding that right knee down to the floor, untucking those toes. Big breath in as you lift arms to the sky. Breathing out, sink a little bit deeper. Breathing in as you guide those arms out, taking those cactus arms. This time, breathe out. Let's interlace those fingers behind the back. So we're just going to take a little different variation of our shoulders. Big breath in as you roll your shoulders back and down, just guiding those hands a little bit further down towards the floor, lifting that heart space. Breathing out, just hold. One more big breath in. Breathing out, draw the fists down. Lovely, one more breath. Big breath in as you release the hold of the hands, guiding the arms back up towards the sky. Breathing out as you plant the right hand down next to the left foot, taking that twist. Well done. Big breath in. Down. Breathing out, bringing that left hand back down. Lovely, everybody. Tucking those toes under on the right side, popping that right knee off the floor, and stepping that left foot back to meet the right as you find your downward dog. Holding here for a big breath in. And a big breath out. Let's go right side once more, guys. Well done. Big breath in as you lift that leg to the sky. Breathing out as you step that right foot to the top and allow that left knee to come down to the floor, untucking those toes. Big breath in as you guide those arms up towards the sky. Breathing out as you just sink a little deeper into your stretch. Big breath in as we bend through the elbows, lifting our heart. Breathing out as you guide those arms back behind you, interlacing those fingers. Breathing in as you roll those shoulder blades back and down, lifting even more through our magical heart space. Breathing out as you draw those fists down towards the legs. Lovely. 2 more breaths here. Breathing in. Breathing out. 1 more big breath in. Breathing out. Big breath in as you guide those hands back up towards the ceiling. Breathing out as now the left hand comes down to the floor. Right arm stays shining up towards the sky. Big breath in. Breathing out as you bring that hand down to you. Tucking under those toes on the left side, popping that left knee up and stepping back into your last downward dog. Well done. Take any movements that feel good here. Maybe a last little pedal, maybe a little roll of the head. 1 nice full breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, guide those knees down to the ground, untuck those toes. And just round everything, coming into that child's pose. Well done, guys. That was a beautiful opening of the front part of our bodies, and a deep stretch into the lower. Take 2 more breaths in here. You may notice that your heart is beating that little bit faster as we've built a little bit of strength into our flow and maybe moved a little quicker. Big breath in as you start to affirm. And as you breathe out, just drawing those feet out from underneath you, stretching those legs out nice. Well done, guys. Lovely. I hope you're feeling okay. We're really nourishing our bodies today. We're just going to take a staff pose here. So for this one, just move that goodness out from underneath you so your whole sits bones are connected to the floor. And I just want you to draw those toes up towards the ceiling so we can feel the whole back part of our legs connected into the ground. This also switches on the muscles in our quads. I just want you to roll those shoulders back and down as you then start to connect and draw those palms down towards the floor. If you're like me, this is where you may feel like your arms are not quite long enough. Mine don't fully press into the mat, but just guide them down towards that way. So what this does is it allows us to keep the shoulders relaxed away from the ears, but also initiates that length through the spine. And as we keep reaching out tall through the crown of the head, we really are activating so many muscles in our body. So just keeping that chin parallel. Maybe just close off the eyes. Do you feel this strength? Keep shining that heart up towards the ceiling. Taking one. As we breathe in, let's just start to guide those hands up nice and long in front of us. As we breathe out, let's just start to draw ourselves down towards the mat. When we get there, hugging those knees in towards the chest, just going to shuffle forwards a bit. Hugging those knees in, maybe taking a little rock from side to side. And then keeping the legs bent, planting those feet on the floor, we're going to take a little back bend into our bridge pose here. So what we want to do is we want to guide those heels back close towards our bottoms, where maybe we can graze the backs of the heels with our fingertips. You're just going to plant those palms into the floor as we just warm up into this pose. We can make it bigger as we go along. So just keeping the back of the head on the floor, so back of the head and shoulders will remain connected to the ground here, as will the palms and soles of our feet. So as we breathe in, we start to draw the navel in as we start to peel our lower back and our thoracic, our upper back up towards the sky, sending the hips up. Keep squeezing those knees in, not so that they draw and touch together, just so they're not flaring out towards the sides. As we breathe out, gently start to lower, feeling that spine slowly connect down towards the mat. Let's do that 2 more times, just like that. Breathing in as we soar the hips up. Breathing out as we slowly bring it all the way. Lovely. Trying to keep that head and neck centered, just so we're keeping that length through the back of the neck and spine. Nice big breath in, sending knees forward, lifting through the front part of the body, pressing into those palms and the soles of the feet. And as we breathe out, lowering. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger if that feels good for these next 3 breaths. Or you can continue to carry on the way you just were. If you'd like to take a little bit bigger. This time as we breathe in, we're going to lift the bottom away from the floor as the hips reach up. But now this time we're going to guide those arms all the way up and above the head, feeling that nice big opening, maybe seeing if we can lift that little bit higher. And as we breathe out, slowly guiding bottom, back, and arms down towards the mat. Lovely. Twice more in whatever variation feels good. Big breath in as we scoop the hips up towards the sky. Breathing out as we allow the back body to center. Lovely. One more big breath in. And breathing out. Just bring the soles of the feet to touch together as those knees fall out to the side. Just taking a little stretch through the hips and our inner legs, inner thighs, sorry. Maybe you can just rest those hands on the tummy for a moment. Just allowing gravity to do what it does best. So the weight of our legs is just drawing them out further as we stretch into those hips. Let's take 3 big belly breaths here. So as we breathe in, can you fill up the belly? As you breathe out, allow the body to become heavy and maybe those legs come a bit further down towards them. Lovely, twice more. Big breath in, filling up the belly, ribs, chest. Breathe, just relax. One more big breath. Breathe. As we smooth those hands, so just gently guide the legs back together. As we breathe out, just hug those knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a little squeeze and maybe a little rock from side to side. Exhale, a little spinal twist. So keeping legs where they are, open arms out nice and wide to that great big T shape. Big breath in as we draw those knees in as close as they will go towards the chest. And as we breathe out, allow both knees to fall over to the left as we keep our shoulder blades planted down to the ground, maybe looking up towards the sky still or over towards those right knees. Take 2 breaths. Really filling into the right side of the body as we breathe in. Breathing out as you sigh. One more big breath. And then as you draw those knees back through to center, and as you breathe out, allowing legs to fall to the right, as now maybe the eyes and the head just gently roll to the left. This time as we breathe in, filling up the left side of the body. Breathing out, melt those shoulders in deeper into the body. 2 more breaths in. As we breathe in, start to lift the knees back through to center. Breathing out as you just start to peel head and neck away from the floor, rounding everything in, squeezing everything in nice and tight on the inhale. And as you exhale, taking up lots of room here, sending those legs out nice and long. Maybe just a wiggle of those shoulders as you feel the blades just connecting to the floor. Shining those palms up to the sky as you would just allow those fingers to take that natural. Feel the feet fall out to the sides. A little tuck of the chin in towards the chest as you keep that length. Taking a nice full breath in, really filling up the body here. As we breathe out, let everything go and maybe the eyes begin to slow everything to settle. Allowing the body to soak up all of those beautiful postures we just did. Allow that magic to just run through. Slow it down. Today is there to focus. Brightest stars and the widest oceans are made of the same things as the highest mountains, tallest trees. Your eyes shine of sunshine, and your heart glows of light. You come from heroes and warriors, kings. You have gods and goddesses flowing through your veins. Beautiful friend, you are made of the universe itself. You are made of magic and light, dreams and wishes. If you've ever doubted it, if anyone has ever tried to convince you of otherwise, know you shine so bright as you are right now. And again, having to move to those fingers and toes. As we inhale, stretching those arms up and away. Breathing out as we give ourselves one last little squeeze as we draw those knees up towards the chest. As we breathe out, just guiding our body over to one side, as you just start to curl up, allowing that heart just to ground in, being cocooned by slowly, and when you are ready, just gently coming all the way back up to seated, taking your time, rolling shoulders back and down again, just bringing one hand over the heart, dropping the chin towards the chest, just connecting in with that heart space once more. Finding a gratitude for your beautiful bodies to move with today. Just take one nice big breath. Breathing out, let it go. Drawing your arms together. Stay. Thank you so much, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed that class, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.